Hello, 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 everybody. And thank you for landing right here on day 7 of the 10-day challenge with me, myself, the stepologist, Regina Platt, and Miss Bryn is on the ones and twos. Can you holler and say hello to all of the viewers too? And then we
Hello.
have Hey, and then we have Miss Mod over here, baby, outside in the sun, being clear with that love is real. So today, today is Mother's Day. So I say to you all, you beautiful, innovative, encouraging, inspiring mothers, happy Mother's Day to you and you and you too. And so today we're going to talk about the number 7. Today is our day 7, as I said, and we're going to talk about the number 7. In the Hebrew language, when we look at the number 7 and we look at the number of Zen is the 7th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. That number is talking about rest, right? And when we think about how things are manifesting for us, how we are moving, how we are creating, I want you to think about this. The number 7, out of all the numbers that could be, the number 7, we understand, is not divided by anything. The number 7, right? When you look at it, it's a number for completion, a number for rest. The number 7, I'm going to just throw this at you again. And when we talk about things being multiplied, when we talk about things being just increased, it's a number of manifestation, a number of manifestation. I told Bryn before we even tapped in, I said to Bryn, in rest, there's progress. In rest, there's progress. See, rest is intentional. Let's do this. Y'all know I got my fingers over here moving. And normally I talk with my hands and I do it low, but I'm going to talk up high with y'all today. Hold on. We going to move this. Rest is a number of completion, right? And as you're moving through completion, right? As you're moving through rest, see, my theme was stepping into 2020, the decade of 2020 was I will rest in the process of progress. I will rest in the process of progress. Change is going to happen for me. Manifestation is going to happen for me. Opportunities are going to open up for me. But when I say the word rest, people think sitting back on the couch with the television playing, with ho-hos and Twinkies, right? They think it's going in your room and you're just sleeping for 16 hours. No, let me explain to you the word rest. Rest is intentionality. Rest is intentionality. And so on day 7, I'm gonna ask a question to Miss Brent and Miss Mom. What are you doing that's displaying intentionality in this season for you? Because you can't be everywhere and doing everything. It's time that we limit this down and be intentional with what we're doing, right? Be intentional with how we're moving. So, Bryn, what's your intentionality in this season? On today, on Mother's Day, what is
Everybody
intentional?
thinks that rest means sleeping or I don't know, actually doing nothing. But rest can be a lot of things. It could be as simple as a nap. Yes, you could sleep. It could also be as simple as just relaxing and hanging out with friends, relaxing and hanging out with family, relaxing and just being. Sometimes meditation, sometimes and when I'm not really a big meditator, but I know people that are, but I'm a big thinker. So when there's not a lot going on with the hustle and bustle with me, I think. I think about what do I need to do with myself? What do I need to do for my business? What do I need to do just in general with my life, with my family? And take the time to do that when you're not in the midst of doing it on the go, when you're not in the midst of driving in the car or on the phone or whatever it is that you're doing. Take the time, and that's also good for yourself because when you start to think about things, you also put things in priority. You I am important and I need to look at myself too, meaning exercise, your diet, whatever it is the forerunner of growth when you start out thinking. So for me, I have to take time for myself, be it whatever that looks like.
All right. So, Maud, give us some ways that intentionally in this season you are resting.
Well, I would have to go with this right now. Sitting outside, being one with nature, it's where I always find my peace and happiness and my contentment. Most people don't. You can see Nalu in the background, but yeah, sitting outside, meditating, figuring out what the sun is telling you to do, and healing with the sun. Because yeah, it can be damaging, but it does actually heal the soul. So feeling that moment and living in the moment is pretty much what I try to do anyway. I mean, yeah, work a lot and spend a lot of time doing things, but taking that time and resting, coming back out to nature and sitting outside and getting away from screens and all that kind of stuff, spending time with family and friends, all of those things are important. So,
So, what I do is when I came into this in 2020 and it came to me, it was like I have told you all on previous that it was after a lot of loss. It was a lot. It was after a lot of devastation. And what I found is I had to begin to be intentional. Like my rest was, I had to begin to be intentional. I could not do things because everybody thought I was good at it, or everybody felt like this is Regina's good thing that she does, or this is over here, there's an issue over here. Regina, go over and help that person, or this person needs help. What I had to do was be intentional with who Regina is and why Regina is what she's doing. Regina loves spending time with young people, and I'm talking about myself in third person, but that's beautiful. Regina loves spending time with young people. So my grandchildren, for me, every day at the end of the day, I have to get in the presence of my grandchildren. So what that means for my days is I cannot come in the house at the last minute because they have to go to bed, and they go to bed before I go to bed. And that what that means is I cannot go up to my room and go into hiding when I walk in the house. What it means is that when Regina comes in the house, she has to be ready at the front door. Not upstairs, not once I walk through the house, but at the front door. Whatever I've been dealing with, I have to put it to the side because Naomi and Nehemiah need their ma. And so when I come into the house, they meet me at the door. One jumps up in my arms, runs and jumps up on me as high as possible. The other one grabs my leg and goes, Ma, Ma, right? And he's beginning to talk more. And so he says, Ma, where you been? What you doing? What's going on? And she continues to go on, I love you so much and I missed you, right? And then she says, can you play with my Barbies? Can you read a book? Ma, can you do this? All the questions, can you turn the TV? Like all the questions begin to come. But if I come in the house with everything else on my back and everything else in my mind, when Naomi and Nehemiah need Ma to come into the door so that they can refill me, so that they can refurbish me with all the love that they got in them, I'm going to miss out on an opportunity to use that time on purpose, right? The other factor now, let me give you the other question. The other question I have for you is give me a time that you noticed that rest came before you recognized that completion had happened. Give me a time in your life that you noticed, because the word 7 is tying into the completion, right? The week has been completed. By the time we hit Sunday, the week is completed. So with rest, tell me a time in your life, right, where you had this area as you were resting, as you were spending time with kids, as you were spending time with family, and you recognized that completion had taken place. And you didn't even realize it because it had happened, because you were no longer focusing on that thing, but you were focusing on the season of rest for you. So, Bryn, can you give me one time?
I would have to say just as close as yesterday. I had all these things on my plate that I wanted to get done, and none of it happened because we had Dexter's birthday party, and then we went out to eat for Mother's Day. And it was not the birthday party was planned, but the Mother's Day dinner was not. So things were placed in my life that said, no more work today, no more anything else today. You are going to enjoy family. And that's exactly what we did. the night completion to the week, and there was no room for anything but that. And that's sometimes what happens, just like with your body when you talk about physical rest. When the body's had enough, it will collapse and it will go to sleep. You need to make sure that you have that ending, that completion for your mind. Wrap it all up.
Yes. Miss Maud, can you give us a time?
I would probably say yesterday too. It was kind of one of those things where got up yesterday morning, wasn't really sure what the day was going to hold, and then all of a sudden yesterday evening was surrounded by friends, family, people that I know, spending time, hanging out, and just being in the moment and enjoying and watching children that are having fun playing and getting involved. And I mean, all the differences, you know, watching a baby sit there and coo being passed around amongst a bunch of different people. And it was kind of just one of those amazing moments where you just saw people who call themselves friends that are actually more like family. It was really just kind of a cool moment.
You know, because we are all speakers, and because the Safe in His Arms conference is coming up, and because Be Your Best Self virtual conference is coming up, and because we are right here in the presence of each other, we have all been to conferences where like it's been months and you're preparing. You know, who's gonna be there to speak and what's the lineup, what time they're gonna go on, and what music's gonna be playing, and if we're gonna have the right background when it comes to the virtual platform options. Is the room going to be big enough? What is the temperature going to be set on? Hold on, what's the decorations in here, right? Does everybody's personalities really mix up with each other the right way? Did we charge the right prices to make sure that the hotel rooms and the conferencing center is covered, and the DJ coming in is going to be able to be covered? Hold on, are we going to have enough left over, because we got to have another conference and we already need some seed money for the next conference coming up. We ain't even thought about the pocket money, just the seed conference for the next. And hold on, we don't want to be in a hole like we was from the last time when everything was set up, right? And so you got all this stuff going on in your head, and then the conference starts, right, and the bodies begin to arrive. And as the bodies begin to arrive, you ain't no longer are you thinking about the money or who gonna get there or how they gonna get there. You just right there in the space in the conference, and you like, ooh-wee, I don't know if nobody else is walking out of this conference ready to be their best self, but there's something about the stepologist Regina Flatt. She's been made over in this season. Oh, did you rock it or did you not? Come on, hold on. Did you just not exchange books with great mindsets, just like your mindset? Hold on, come on. There's another conference coming up, and they're asking for the next of the best. We are already moving in, and you and forgot about everything else that was going on. That completion, and as this conference is completing, right there celebrating. It's a new season. It's a new day. A fresh anointing is coming my way. You just right there in the point of meeting new people, loving on new people, receiving new nuggets and words and wisdom, and you're not thinking about that anymore. Right? But the conference is the baby. The conference is the baby that you've been waiting to be birthed. Right? It's that baby you've been waiting to be birthed that's going to touch the multitudes when it comes. It's going to touch the multitudes. Not only in cities, not only in just the United States of America, but it's going to touch the multitudes globally. But you had to birth that baby and allow it to come to fruition and allow others to embrace and partake of everything that was in you. So I say to you on today that it's a new season, but you can't make the season. You can't make the season. All you can do is rest in this process of progress. Now, I don't know if you need to understand what it feels like to be safe in his arms. That conference is coming up June 10th and 11th in Kansas City, Missouri, baby. And we're waiting to have you in the space. We've already aligned dynamic that are to those seeds that are in you and water them to fruition so that the rest of the world can see the greatness and potential he's put in you. But come on, if you're in a season of your life and you just need a good word that's going to hit the entrepreneur in you, that's going to hit, right, the world changer in you, I need you to step out and get ready, because Be Your Best Self conference, virtually and physically, is on the move and is coming to you. So follow the page. Follow the page. And Bryn's going to give you a little bit about that information, but I need you to follow it. And not only do I need you to follow it, I need you to purchase your ticket so that we can get prepared for you. Because once the conference starts, see, we're resting in the progress, because at that period of time, not only are you receiving, but we are receiving too. It's a new. Come on, Bryn, talk to him. Talk to him.
Safe in his arms. You can go to thingsbybren.com and grab your ticket. They're only $35, 2 days. We've got some phenomenal speakers. We've got Jocko Boyens with Jocko Boyens Ministry coming. He has a story that you don't want to miss. We have Marie Cosgrove, who talks about how I bought the business. But that's not her story. Her story is that she was a product of rape, and how her mother chose to have her, not abort her. And now she's doing great things for Christ. Then we have Tanya Gibson, who was Miss Illinois, I think. Maud, was it Miss Illinois? Back, when she was a little bit younger. She's going to come and she's going to share her story. She's also going to sing. She has a phenomenal voice. It just goes on and on. We have Christine Walters, who's got a movement, just all kinds of stuff. We're going to have intimate chat with her. Actually, I have intimate chat with her on the stage when we're going to open it up to questions. So it just goes on and on and on. Then you can and get your virtual ticket for the July conference for BTBY. It's going to be July 29th and 30th. It's just virtual. It's going to be packed full. If you want to see some of it, I'll send you a link to the last one. And then we have the first one. And then in between, we'll probably be having some stuff as well. So go to comechangeyourlife.com and check those out as well.
All right. It's been said to you, so it is written, so it is done. I want you to remember this. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. If you have not told your mother, your auntie, your cousin, your grandmother, your community member, happy Mother's Day. On today, I need you to open up your mouth. You shall have what you say. Remember the law of reciprocation. What you pour out will come back to you. Let love flow out of your mouth, because as love flows out of your mouth, it's flowing out of your heart. And I promise you, you'll receive it in this season. Thank you for tapping in on day 7 of the 10-day challenge with Regina, Maud, and Bryn. We thank you again. Bye, y'all.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.